Hey everyone, GoldenNinja3000 here again. Today I have a little bit of a different video for you guys. This actually isn't LEGO related or toy related. This is about a custom neon sign that I wanted to get about a year ago and that my uncle ended up buying for me as a graduation gift. So I wanted to do a little kind of unboxing video, show off the sign, and then show how it's going to look when it's wall mounted in my space. Because I don't put my face in videos, I don't really show off like my filming space unless I'm doing a room tour video. So you will see this in my next room tour video, but that's probably months away and I wanted to show it to you guys now because I just got it. So the box is already open, as you can see, because I started opening it. I didn't think I'd be making a video on it, but it is by a company called Custom Neon. You can see their logo all over the box here. So I'm going to go ahead and open this kind of like a pizza box. Again, you can see their logo all over this sheet as well. And inside, you can see my neon sign, which was carefully wrapped in bubble wrap before I haphazardly shoved it back in. And this is just a sign of my logo. It's much larger than I thought it was going to be. Like, they gave me measurements and everything, but I don't know, seeing it in person, it's just a lot bigger than I expected. And there were a couple of other things in the box as well, so let's go ahead and take a look at those first. So inside the box, we have a couple of different things. We have this little pamphlet for Custom Neon that shows you how to set up your light. So I'm going to need that once I start setting everything up. We do have this power box, which is a little bit dusty because this has been sitting in my room for about a week now. And then we have this bag full of other stuff, which I actually have not opened yet. So let's go ahead and take a quick look. These are this is the hanging hardware. I mean, it's just wall anchors and screws. I got the most basic. I think you can also get some wire hangers if you're like a business and you want to hang this outside. I guess I am technically a business because my channel is monetized, but this isn't hanging anywhere except above my bed. I have a little remote here. I love that it's remote controlled. I'm very happy about that. And then there's just more electrical stuff here. I don't know. I'm not an electric person. But yeah, just more wires and cables and stuff like that. Here is my actual neon sign. I am going to go ahead and take it out of the plastic and then step back a little bit so we can get a closer look at the details. With the plastic off, you can get a much better look at the overall design, and I think that this looks really clean. I'm very happy with the colors at play here. These aren't exactly the colors I use on my logo, as I'm sure you can tell. It's a slightly brighter green, and I think it might be like a brighter yellowish gold as well. They couldn't match my colors exactly, but I think that the colors that Custom Neon has like in its palette already were pretty perfect. Because even though it is a brighter green than what I usually use in my logo, I'm really happy with the colors on this. Of course, I haven't seen it lit up yet, but they did send me mock-ups. Originally, they had like a clear acrylic background, but I wanted to have a green background because I just thought the clear kind of threw it off a little bit. I had also considered like just doing the ninja hood and not doing the green circle, but I'm really happy I went with the green circle because I think the green is a pretty important part of my logo. And honestly, I just think that this is like the perfect graduation gift. It's something that I didn't really want to buy for myself yet because it was awesome to like, it would have been awesome to have, but I mean, it's just a decoration but getting it as like a graduation gift when I've been doing my channel for a couple of years. And of course, now that I'm working for the LEGO group, this feels like a really nice, just like kind of encapsulation of my achievements, I guess, not to sound too braggy. But I'm really happy with it. I think it looks fantastic. And of course, you can see all of my lights reflected in there. But there are a couple of things where I don't know if this is just because I'm not used to neon signs, but I do think that there are some obvious seams. So like up at the top, right there at the top of the green circle, there's like kind of a seam. And I noticed some more of that going into some of the gold lines as well, where like at the tips of the like hood right there, they just look like a little bit messy. Again, I don't know if that's how all neon signs work because I'm not an expert in neon. But overall, I'd say the quality of this sign, again, knowing nothing about neon, I'd say the quality is pretty good, considering that it had to be completely custom made because after all, it is my logo. So I'm going to go ahead and get this on the wall and turn it on, and then I will show you guys how it looks when everything is all set up. So here's the sign on my wall. It measures about 26 by 26 inches, which is honestly bigger than I expected. I put it above my bed, as you can see. You can see like my Hunger Games poster peeking out there in the corner, and there is where I sleep. I'll probably do another room tour video for this apartment at some point, but I think it looks really good. I wanted to put it above my computer, but I thought that the space there was just a little bit too cramped, and again, that's something you'll see in the room tour video, not this one. But I think it looks really good against the wall. The neon cable does stick out a little bit from the bottom, but for the most part, it's very clean. Now, the one thing I do want to say is that it was kind of hard to get it up onto the wall. I mean, I was trying to do it by myself, and I did a pretty good job of marking where it should go, but I had to get my roommate to help me just make sure that everything was okay. And the included wall hanging hardware was extremely weak and pretty useless. Like, it immediately bent and like broke when I just tried to put it into the hole I had drilled. So I ended up using metal wall anchors that I had bought to install the floating shelves that you can see above that sign. I have not finished populating those with Lego sets yet. But yeah, so I had to use my own wall hanging hardware. And then also, you'll notice that there's a screw at the very bottom of the sign. So the screw at the bottom, like near where the cord is coming out, that one was really hard to get onto the wall because the cord is so thick that the sign doesn't really sit flush against the wall. It kind of sticks out a little bit. So I didn't like that because it felt almost like I had to force the sign into place on the wall because like the bottom sticks out more than the other points where you attach it. And so I honestly thought the acrylic backboard might snap. So I feel like there should be a little hole or a little notch or something to allow the cord to come out without like lifting the entire sign off the wall. So I'd say that's the biggest issue that I had with putting the sign up. There are a bunch of different light modes, but I've tucked the receiver like down past the edge of my bed frame. So let me see if I can actually get it to turn on. Oh, there we go. Okay. Glad it worked. Sometimes it doesn't. But as you can see, it looks excellent. Like, I really, really love the way this thing looks. I've been keeping it on like every day when I'm just hanging out in my room, and it's just making me so happy because I don't know. I mean, I love my YouTube channel and everything. I love the brand that I've been building, and I love my logo. And so seeing it as like a neon sign in my room as decoration is just a lot of fun for me. So you can adjust the light intensity. So you've got like some preset buttons on the remote that's included. So this is 10% light. I do like to keep it lower because, for example, this is 100%. And see, now the receiver's not working because I'm not pointing it in the right direction, but there we go. So that's 100%. It looks okay during the daytime, but at night, like just as room decoration, it gets really, really, really bright. So I'm pretty happy with how it looks overall though. And I like to keep it at 50% when the sun is out. And then once the lights go down, I turn it down to about 20. But it does have a lot of different features. So you can set it on a timer. You can make it like just stay on for 5, 10, 30, or 60 minutes. You can also change different modes and you can make it flicker a little bit. So I'm going to turn it to 50% brightness, or actually I'll just make it 100%. Although again, where's the receiver? There we go. So let's change the mode. So there's this like pulsing mode, which I've set to be pretty slow, but you can actually speed this up and make it faster if you want. So I think that it's really nice that you have so many different options. I kind of like the pulsing, but I would definitely keep it on a lower speed if it was something that I wanted to have continuously going in my room. But there are a lot of different modes. Some of them do activate my studio lights as well because they're on the same frequency. So that's kind of interesting. I don't like this one. This one is like really intense flashing, so it does not appeal to me. But the pulsing one is like really the only mode I found out that I like, because even this one is just, in my opinion, like too too extreme. It seems too aggressive to me. Although, of course, this company produces signs for businesses as well, so I understand all of these modes. They just aren't really useful for someone like me who's only using this for decoration. So I honestly just feel like all of the modes are some variation of the same thing. It's all just really aggressive flashing, and I really don't like this one. This is probably my least favorite. But yeah, it just kind of gave me a headache when I was trying it out for the first time. This is another pulsing one. I actually don't remember seeing this one. I like this one. I would slow this one down a little bit and then keep it. Oh, that was not the speed button. That was the mode button. But yeah, I think that these are pretty much all of the different functions of what you can do with the light. I'm just going to wait for the sun to go down so I can show it to you guys in the dark. Here is what the sign looks like in complete darkness. I've turned off all of the lights in my room and it is nighttime now. And I actually do kind of like the pulsing effect better in the dark. It's really lighting up my room a lot, and I don't know, like I just really like the way it's looking right now. I think it's still on like a 50% like intensity. So let me see if I can adjust that down to about 10. And that actually turned on my studio light, which it wasn't supposed to do. But it looks like the mode turned off, and all of these buttons just keep affecting my filming lights and not the actual neon sign. I might need to like move the receiver a little bit because it looks like I can't change like the light intensity, because when I switch it back into this mode, it's much brighter than if I want to keep it at 10%. But yeah, 10% is like a really nice light intensity for like this late at night. Like this is the kind of intensity I like to keep it on, like when I'm in bed, and then I just turn it off right before I go to sleep. So overall, I'm really happy with this. I think that Custom Neon is a pretty good company. Like I said, I don't really like the wall hanging. I think like the hardware included could have been a little bit higher quality for the price that I paid, like having little metal anchors instead of plastic ones. And then I think the wire coming out of the bottom is a major problem. Not because of the aesthetic, because that's unavoidable, of course, and those wires honestly aren't really that noticeable once this thing is lit up, because that obviously pulls focus, but just because it bulges out the bottom when you're trying to secure this to the wall, and it makes it feel like it's going to break. And actually, on that note, the screw holes are also really close to the neon, like the acrylic covering the neon, so it felt like the screws were getting really, really close to the actual lights. And I think the holes could be positioned like a little bit further away from like that ring around the hood logo. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I know it's not my usual type of video, but I'm really happy with this sign overall. And I would recommend ordering from Custom Neon if you need some kind of custom-made neon sign. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys with more videos soon. Bye for now.